Hello everyone, my name is Ronak and you're watching VectoArt. So in today's video, we'll understand how to inspect XAML properties while debugging WPF application. So let's get started with a very simple WPF application that has a list view and a button. So every time you click the button, another item is added to the list. Even number items are colored gray and odd numbers are colored yellow. So let's start by creating a new WPF application. Let's name the project and then verify that the correct .NET framework or the version appears in the target framework dropdown and click on create. So we have our WPF window here. So let's go to toolbox and add a button. Okay. And then next let's add a list box. Let's change the size. Now let's go to the XAML and remove the item source. Let's change the content of the button to say add item. Let's add an event handler. Before that, let's give this button a name. Let's say button and then give the event handler by using the click property. Okay, and also let's give this list box a name. Once this is done, let's go to the code behind of this window. And let's add some code inside the button click. So let's create a list box item variable and initialize. Let's set the content of the item to, let's say, item plus some count. So let's create a count variable, integer variable, and then increment it and assign it to the content of the item. Let's write a condition, and if that condition satisfies, then let's change the background of the item to, let's say, light gray. And else change it to light yellow. And finally I'd add this item to the list box. And let's run the application. To inspect XML properties, we will open the live visual tree window by clicking on the very left button in the app toolbar. So if you do not see this live visual tree, you can go to debug, Windows, and then select live visual tree. Once it is open, drag it away from the docking position. So since I have the live visual tree, I do not have to change anything here. So in the live visual tree window, expand the content presenter node. If you do not see the content presenter node, toggle the show just my XML icon on the toolbar. It should contain nodes for the button and the list box. Expand the list box and then the scroll content presenter and the item presenter to find the list box items. Go back to the application window and add a few items. You should see more list box appear in the visual tree. So let's add items, and if you go back to the content presenter under list box, under scroll content presenter, you will see a lot of list items. And if you right click on the properties and show properties of these, the live property explorer should appear. Now that the content field in this, you can see that we have the item 1, and you can also check out the other properties that are available for this list item. Similarly, if you go back to the live visual tree and select the second list box item and show properties, you will be able to see the content as item 2 and the respective properties. Okay, you can also take a look at the third one. You can also check out the foreground property and so on. Okay, next let's select elements in the running application. So you can also select elements from the running application. To do that, you can enable this mode when you select the leftmost button on the visual tree toolbar. So with this mode on, you can select a UI item element in the application, and the visual live tree automatically updates to show the nodes in the tree corresponding to that element and its properties. So you can click on this every time you want to inspect an element or see the element in the running application. You can click on this or toggle that button and select the respective element. So you can see on the live visual tree the uh, element is highlighted, and that is how you can find the elements on the running application. Next, we'll focus on display layout adorners in the running applications. So you can enable this mode when you select the button that is immediately to the right of the enable selection button. When display layout adorners is on, it causes the application window to show horizontal and vertical lines along the bounds of the selected object so that you can see what it aligns to, as well as rectangle showing these margins. For example, turn both select element and display layout on and select the add item text block in the application. You should see the text block node in the live visual tree and the text block properties in the live property viewer, as well as the horizontal and vertical lines on the bounds of the text block. You can also use XAML tools with running applications. So to do that, let's stop our application and go to the um, folder containing the files. So this is our release folder, and let's run the application here. Now let's go to debug, attach it to a process. So let's find our running application here and attach. Once we attach, you will see the live visual tree again, and let's add some items here. And if you go back to the content presenter on the live visual tree, you can see our list items, and if you go to properties, you will see the same um, options and the properties. You can also see the background color for each item here. So that was it, guys. Hope you all liked watching this video. If you do, please do subscribe to my channel. It means a lot.